Together with our sister station, OMNI, we interviewed BC Premier David Eby about everything from housing affordability to the ongoing toxic drug crisis ahead of a provincial election at the end of 2024. In an interview with Rob Shaw, you talked about how regulating hard drugs in BC is going to be a step that your government will be taking to tackle the toxic drug crisis. Can you reiterate your position on that and how you see that? How do you see your approach changing the tide on toxic drug deaths?
It's when I think about the issues that we face, I think that toxic drug deaths and the overdose crisis, the public health crisis is probably one of the most challenging issues government faces, and that's nothing compared to the challenge faced by families and the grief faced by families that lose loved ones. When somebody is using drugs that they get in the mail or that they bought off someone on the street, and dying of an overdose or overdosing. I mean, this is a profoundly challenging area. So what we're trying to do is find a balance where we give people the opportunity to get into treatment by saying, you're not a criminal, we're not going to arrest you and put you in jail for having the drugs you're addicted to. You can get them tested. You can come in and talk to a nurse or a doctor. And trying to, where we can, get a doctor in between the predatory drug dealer and the person struggling with addiction. The whole goal of it is to keep people alive, to get them into treatment.
What about the people that don't have substance use disorders that can't get access to a medicalized supply, safe supply? Like, how do you keep them from dying from fentanyl overdoses?
Yeah, so people who are using drugs that they ordered online or that they bought on the street, they're taking a chance every time. So there is no way to provide 100% protection to people who are making those decisions, except to say, please don't. If you do, get your drugs tested. There are places where you can get drugs tested in British Columbia. If you decide to make that decision, these drugs are incredibly addictive. Please don't start down that path. But I don't believe that the answer is that government opens up distribution centers for these drugs. I just think that's not right.
We'll have more from our interview with Premier Eby next week, and you can watch them online at citynews.ca, on our Amazon Prime live stream 24/7 West, and at 6 and 11 on City TV.